Hey everyone, how's it going? Just want to show you something. Luna! Luna! Well, she was jumping around and going all nuts before. Now she just wants belly rubs. Now she just wants belly rubs. She loves this weather. She really does. Don't you, baby? Yeah, she does. Actually, I do have a clip of her running around. Maybe I'll add it to that right here. Luna! You think she's happy? She loves this weather. So anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about is we actually have a snow day today because we got about 2 inches of snow, sleet, and freezing rain, and it basically brought everything to a standstill where I live because it's not normal for us to get this kind of weather. They don't have any plow trucks or anything else as far as I know. I mean, they may have a very limited amount, but what happens around here is, all the main roads get taken care of first, and so they can open the town up, but then all the side roads usually take days to get cleared off. A lot of times nature takes its course and clears them off. I just had one SUV just drive down the street, but seeing vehicles go up and down the road is kind of unusual right now. So let me just show you real quick. Here, our street is basically just like this. It's just a sheet of ice. So I didn't bother taking my truck. Obviously the Mustangs, they don't run, but my daughter's Hyundai, our Caravan, and our Kia. If you notice, the Kia is actually still running. I took them and I stuck them into the barn in anticipation of this weather. So why'd I do that? Number one, just to cover them up. Number two, just make life easier, because if I had to clear the driveway without them being in the driveway, it just makes life a little bit easier. Usually what I would do up north, we didn't have a garage that I could put cars in. I used to pack them together in a tight area, and then clear that spot off to get them out of there. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk to you about is when you're dealing with cold weather and you're going to start your car up and let it warm up, or if you're just going to start up and move it, don't just start it, move it from one spot to another, and then put it into another spot and shut it off. Don't do that. That's not good. It's actually very bad for the vehicle, and I'll explain that in a second. I want you to see our latest additions here. What's up, guys? Yep. We got chickens. Oh, we got eggs, too. What's up, guys? Yeah, we got eggs, too, up there. Okay. I don't handle any of that. Aiden's Coop, that's my grandson. All right, so back to the car situation. So when you start your vehicle up, when it's cold, it's in what's called open loop. What is open loop? Open loop is where the computer basically has a predetermined set of parameters to allow it to start and run. You have all your sensors and everything else, but your sensors are not controlling anything yet. It does look at coolant temperature sensor, it looks at intake air temperature sensor, but it doesn't really look at much of anything else. So when you start it and you have your high idle, that is a predetermined set, from the computer. It doesn't look at the other sensors just yet. What happens is, once your temperature gets up, Luna's over here, once your temperature starts to climb up a little bit and certain parameters are met by those sensors, then the computer says, okay, I'm going to let the sensors now take over. And they're going to control your fuel mixture, your timing, and everything else. When you start your vehicle up in the morning and it's cold, and it's in open loop, what happens is if you, see, that's actually not a good way of saying that. When it's in open loop and you just run it from one spot to another, there's a very good possibility that you could oversaturate the spark plugs and stuff like that, and even wash out the cylinder walls slightly. And I've seen this, it's especially common on Toyotas for some reason, I don't know why. But then the next time you go to start it, it may not start. It may crank over and crank and crank and crank and crank and not start because it actually flooded itself slightly. And I've seen it on other cars too, but Toyota for some reason is more common with that issue than anything else I've ever seen. So if you're going to start your car up and it's cold, at least let it idle until it gets up to like a quarter of its temperature at a minimum, because you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches. Because what will happen to is, like I said, your spark plugs could get slightly fouled out, your cylinder walls could get slightly washed out, which is all in normal circumstance or normal situation. It's not like it's not detrimental to the car per se. But I've actually seen it where on Toyotas, people have done that, and it actually floods out so bad you got to change the oil again because the fuel goes past the piston rings and gets into the oil. So it's just something to keep in mind. I went out there and I started my daughter's car, the van, and the Kia. I actually have the Kia still running. And I did that, let them run, let them get warmed up. Then I pulled them out of that barn, and I just let the Kia running for right now. I just wanted to get it fully warmed up because that car would be a little more susceptible for some reason. I don't know why. It never actually happened to me, but I have seen those Kia Souls do it before. So I figured I'd just let it basically warm up till it got fully warmed up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So Luna wants to say hi again. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, she's a good girl. But she loves this weather. She really does. All right. Just hopefully that's a little helpful tip. Yeah, I gotta go inside and gonna be basically doing some computer work today. All right, guys. I hope you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, have a great day. Keep wrenching.